Hello and welcome to this awesome video where I'll be giving you the best cameras for both creators and hobbyists alike, so do not go anywhere. I'm Dave from TVR Creators and I make weekly content on the best cameras for creators. If that sounds interesting to you, subscribe now! Right, let's crack on and go to Cam 2, people, going to Cam 2. Right, we're going to crack on with this video. Now today we're going to be looking at some cameras, some good Amazon deals which will help you, give you the absolute very best cameras for you. And the first camera I'm going to be looking at is the GoPro Hero 9. You're probably thinking, why am I looking at that? It's a brilliant camera. I'm going to show you why. I absolutely love this camera. There's a great deal on it. And you could say, why am I not looking at the GoPro 11? Well, the GoPro 11 is a very good camera and that's going for sort of $350 at the minute, getting towards 400 mark. And I want to give you the best deals today. So the GoPro Hero 9 is at $250, which is a fantastic deal, and there's not really much difference, to be fair, if you don't want to spend the earth. And I'm going to show you in a minute why I love this camera. Now, my girlfriend was very kindly lend this camera to me and let me use it, and I've done a few videos with this, so go and check them out on the channel. And all the cameras I'll be talking about today, there will be links to them in the description, so go and check them out. So the GoPro Hero 9 is a brilliant camera. It's a nice waterproof camera, really nice to hold and see. And what I like especially about this camera is it's very small and agile, it's waterproof, easy to use, takes really good photos and videos, play around with the different settings, and it does have a really nice stabilizer. So when you move around it holds your face much better than this camera is probably doing at the moment. And with the nice selfie screen, it makes it very nice to record yourself. So if you're out on an adventure, traveling the world, or if you're just taking random videos for YouTube channel, this camera could be the one for you. Also, if you just want something that's really small and agile, the GoPro 9 is brilliant for that. It's so small, you can get some really nice accessories for it, like a tripod and other things. And like I said before, all the cameras I'll be talking about today in this video, there will be description in the description below, a link in the description below for all the cameras I'll be talking about today. But I really like this camera, and even in low light it's really cool, and it's just a really nice camera. So, you know, I would recommend this for, you know, YouTubers, bloggers, people that just want to, you know, maybe go on a holiday and have a nice little light camera that's separate from their phone. Or if you just want to travel the world, it's basically designed for that. The whole point of the GoPro is to take it on your venture and off you go. And I love this camera. The next camera then I'm going to be talking about today then is going to be the Canon M100. And you're probably thinking, why don't I look at the M200? Well, I'm going to show you briefly why. So the M200 is a brilliant camera. It comes with 24 megapixel, great video in HD and 4K. There is a good deal at the moment, and it is over £500, so it is a little bit more expensive. And I just want to show you why I would recommend the M100, because I'm going to give you the best value for you people today. Let's just check it out why I love this camera. Let's just make sure I'm on the right camera. Yeah. What's really cool then about this camera, and I'm going to show you in a second. Now you can get this now for about $270. It is used because the M100 is the older version of the M200, but they are pretty much the same camera. So go and check them out as soon as you can. And I want to show you why I like this camera. So if you want something that's a little bit bigger, I do have one of these. This is technically the M100, but they're both pretty much similar. I'll take off the cap for you. And as you can see, it's a really nice camera, really easy to use, nice little flip screen. So again, it's great for if you're recording yourself. If you want to take a photo, you can just tap the screen, it takes the photo for you. Interchangeable lenses, it is a mirrorless camera, easy to record button, very simple, not too many buttons to press, so it's very good for us, you know, if you're a beginner or hobbyist and you want something that isn't too heavy but separate from your phone. And I've taken this on day trips or just out and about, and it's really good at taking fantastic photos. It really does take great photos. And if you want something that doesn't cost the earth, the M100 is a great camera to check out. I actually got mine as a really good deal. And why I sort of like this camera, well, interchangeable lenses, it does have an internal microphone, so it's good for recording indoors, or to be fair, as long as it's not too windy, it's okay for blogging outside. But we got some better cameras later in the video, so watch out for them. But I would really say, as someone who's actually done quite a few videos with this camera, I would say it's a brilliant camera to check out, something to bear in mind when you're looking for your next camera. And it really does stand up to a camera that takes great photos and videos. If you want more about any of these I talk about today, I do cameras specifically on each camera if you want to go into more detail, but I'd highly recommend checking this one out as well. Now we're going to the next camera now. Speed round. If you're getting value so far from this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And also I just want to add briefly, if you would like to support the channel today and what we do, why not buy us a coffee and bring us absolute value? There's a link to that in the description below. Right, let's crack on with why I want to give you even more value. The next camera I want to talk about today is the 2000D. Oh, let's just see. Where are you? You're right in front of my face. So let's make sure. Right, the 2000D. I got it somewhere. I do have it. It is an SLR camera. It's a very nice. If you want something that's just, you know, something that's separate from your phone, an entry-level camera, the 2000D basically is an entry-level camera. It is slightly better than the 4000D, but for being brutally honest, there isn't much in it, because I know quite a few of you have asked that over the last year or two. But what's really cool about this is 400, just bear in mind under that. Most that does change all the time. It's a great deal today. And what's nice about this, I would recommend a better lens, because the kit lens that comes with it isn't always the best, just being honest, but it does have some great features. You can play around the ISO, it has a nice viewfinder. Let's see if we can get a view of that for you. A nice little viewfinder, which is really cool. And don't forget to like and subscribe, which is really cool if you want to take that nice photo. And I would say, out of all the cameras I'm talking about today, this is more of just a photo camera. But it doesn't, you know, I wouldn't say it takes the best photos in the world unless you get a better lens. I do have a 300mm, and I have taken some really nice photos with this camera, which really just take you to the next level. I was with some family on a walk, and I just took a nice shot of them and the kids there. It's just a nice camera. And if you want something that just feels more professional, that doesn't cost the earth, the 2000D is definitely one to consider, depending on what you want it for. So this is why I'm going to give you a few cameras. But obviously, like I said, it's very easy to use. It doesn't have a flip screen. This is more of a just walking around, taking photos, and you know, feeling like, you know, you're starting your journey in photography separate away from your phone. So this really is a nice all-round camera. Does have all the features, and obviously you can buy different things for it. And for any of these cameras, I'd highly recommend a tripod as a little power tip, maybe a spare battery, maybe 1 or 2 SD cards, just so you don't run out of stuff. And that's with any camera that you buy. And now to really level up your game now, if you want to look at probably the most expensive camera today, if you've already got something like an M50 or whatever, or you want something that's separate from your phone, you want something that really powers you up, the R50 is the camera to go for. This is pretty much, it's only been around a few months, and it has an 18-45mm lens, which is really good for video. I believe it's a full frame camera, so that gives you even more in the shot, takes really nice photos and video. You can record in HD and 4K up to 120 frames per second. And what's really nice about the R50, it's light, it feels professional, it's a nice mirrorless camera. It's about a similar size to an M50, which I'll show you in a moment. And what's really good about this, this is future proofing, so you can live stream with this, you can do all sorts of stuff with this camera, and it just takes you to the next level. It's an absolute brilliant camera, and a camera I would massively recommend if you want to future proof yourself. And it does everything: interchangeable lenses, microphone jack, so that's really handy to bear in mind for those of you that want to use this for video, because it would take you to the next level, and you can get much better audio quality, because half your video is audio, especially when you're recording outside, because you don't want an annoying on the microphone, which is highly irritating when you're video or trying to edit your video in post. So I would highly recommend a camera with a microphone jack if you're using it for video. So this camera is a great all-round one. Obviously you can get other accessories. It does come with a charger and the strap and all the other stuff, and maybe down the road I'll recommend an extra lens depending on how far you want to go with this. And this will set you back, it did come out over 1,000, but now it's about 900, and you could probably, you know, if you want to get used, there might be one or two around, but bear in mind it is still new, so the price is going to be about the same. But if you want to future-proof yourself, go with something that's top of the range. If you want more detail on this camera, again, I do have videos on all these just go onto my channel and you'll see at the top. But this really is a future-proof way to take your video to the next level. Now, the next camera I'm going to show you today is the Canon M50 Mark II. Now, the only real difference between the Mark I and the Mark II is on the Mark II, it basically does what's called a clean HDMI. So if you use it for live streaming, you don't have all the settings on the video, and it makes it live stream with a Canon app more easier. Now, I want to show you this in real time because I do actually have one of these. So this is the M50, which will be a similar size to the R50. Really nice camera. This is probably my favorite camera still, just because I've made the most videos with this camera on the channel. Now, it has a nice flip screen, as you can see. It has a microphone jack, so bear in mind if you have to have a microphone jack if you want to improve your audio. That's handy to note. Obviously, I would always recommend bringing out the screen first before you plug it in, so you don't want to break the the cap that's on the jack. It does have a viewfinder, which is really cool, so that's really handy if you just want to use it as a photo camera. Now, you're looking for about 500-600 for this camera. And what's really something to note with the M50 is now the R50 is out, technically a replacement for the M50. There is some great deals on the M50 to shop around. You might be able to get a used or second-hand one or a new one that's just on a good deal. That's why I want to show you today. The deal today on Amazon is really good. Let's just briefly, let me just check for you. It's $630 today, so go and check it out. Click on the link below. And as I said earlier, don't forget to like and subscribe if you're getting value. And all the cameras I've talked about today are in the description below. Now, why I like this camera, it's a mirrorless camera, interchangeable lenses, easy to use, but you can be more professional and play around with all the settings. Takes fantastic videos and photos, great in low light. And what I love about this, it's just a great all-round camera. And you know, click a microphone to it, off you go. And to be fair, it's still a great workhorse for me, and still my main camera. And if you don't want to spend, you know, as much as 800, 900 or 1,000 for a camera, I would highly recommend still the M50, as there's great deals on it. But obviously, if you want to future proof yourself, do check out the R50. And just one thing I forgot to say about the R50 actually, if you want something that just does everything you're going to want it to do, but you don't want to spend thousands on, like, you know, the Mark II or whatever, that's why the R50 is such a great buy, so go and check it out. Anyway, the M50 is here to stay, and I love the M50 for multiple reasons. I really hope that you're enjoying today's video. If you've got any questions whatsoever, please feel free to put them in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer them. And if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to buy us a coffee to support the channel. And I really want to thank you so much for watching. And in a moment, I'm going to leave you 2 end cards that are going to bring you even more value. So thank you so much again, and I'll see you down the road.